Hey everybody, this is Matt at Clifton Family Farm. We're growing a little bit and we put in this new office building back here, but every good thing sometimes has a consequence to it, and one of the things we had to do was tear down some of our raised beds. But a good surprise came out of those raised beds, and I'll show you what it is. Come with me. When we tore those raised beds down, we distributed some of the potting soil, some of that good stuff that was in there, out amongst some other containers. And check out the gold. These are all tomato seedlings, and they have come up volunteer throughout this whole thing. I bet there is 200 to 300 tomato plants. Now the drawback to this is that these are a hybrid version called Veranda Red, and they make a whole lot of cherry tomatoes in a very small little plant. And so when we plant these and they make fruit, they won't come back true, but it'll be interesting to see what version they come back as. Let's check it out. I'm gonna pot these up and you can come along with me as we plant up and pot up these volunteer tomatoes. And honestly, we don't really know what these tomatoes are going to turn out like, and that's always the risk you have when you have some volunteer tomatoes that you don't know what they are. So I'm just going to take some of these 6-cell inserts and we're going to give them a quick rinse, and we're going to plant out about 36 of them in this tray, and just to see what happens with them. All right, we gave those inserts a good rinse, so they're cleaned now just for this purpose. And honestly, we sell a lot of tomatoes here at Clifton Family Farm, tomato seedlings and good sized plants, but we wouldn't be able to sell these. But it will be a great experiment to see how they do and what kind of tomato they make. So we'll try to keep you updated as we go. But let's go put some soil in these, and then I'll show you how to get those tomato volunteers up and get them planted. You probably don't want to use your best stuff on a project like this, but just make sure that it's a real kind of a fine potting soil. You know, you don't want a lot of chunks and things. Anytime that you're dealing with seedlings and seed starting, you want more of a fine mix. And these seedlings right now are already at a stage where they might want some fertilizer, so we'll deal with that afterwards. But normally our seed starting mix doesn't have any fertilizer in it. So we're just gonna take some potting soil that's and reuse some old stuff for this project. All right, now that we've got our soil, we're just gonna kind of dump it onto our trays. Some people like to be all precise and careful with it, but it's a potting bench. You're working with dirt. Just get it in there. Let me grab a little more. You like it a little bit damp, so it will fill in all the air pockets. And after you do that, press that down. It's always good sometimes to get another insert of the same size and use it. Press that down a little bit. There we go. If you have any big pieces in there, you might want to get rid of those. And then go over it one more time. And maybe this time don't press it down as much, so you'll have room to put those little seedlings down in that good dirt. All right, there we go. Let's go get some of those tomato volunteers. Now it has just rained really well here last night, and which makes it a good time to approach this. If you have some dry soil, you might want to water it down really good before you do this, because what you're aiming for is you just want to get in under all of those roots. And honestly, with tomatoes, it's going to be very easy to do this. So just get your shovel in under there very deep, and you're gonna come out with all of those tomato roots pretty much in there. So you can get these volunteer tomatoes going. Let's take them over to the potting bench and start with this clump. All right, now this is going to be very simple to do, but the first thing, you just take any of this foreign matter sticking out here and then lay things out on your potting bench. And all you have to do is kind of take that clump and ease them apart very carefully. Like we've said in the past, tomatoes are pretty resilient, but at this stage, when they're this small, you do want to be careful not to break those stems, because if you do, they're not going to be any good at all. So a lot of times you can just kind of ease them apart, and if you need to dip them in some water to kind of get those roots clean, a little cleaner, that's fine too. Just ease them apart. You see there's still good roots on there. And if you take them by their leaves and pull them apart, they're easier to hold by their big leaves. Can you see that? All right, and then all you have to do is take your seedling trays. I'm gonna move the camera and get you up real close here. You can use your finger or whatever that you choose to make a good hole right in that dirt. And then just ease him down in there, just like that. And then mash the soil gently all around him. And there you go. There's a volunteer tomato planted already. Didn't have to work too hard, didn't have to buy him. And there he is. Let's do the rest of them. All right, so out of that first tiny little shovelful, we got 14 volunteer tomato plants. Let's go get some more. All right, last one. This little fella, if you can see him. Last one, we're planting him up. And I don't know about y'all, but these are volunteers, so they drop seed. We don't even know what kind of seeds they are, but we know they're tomatoes. And I don't know about you, but it kind of makes me feel good to think about saving plants that have tried to start life. They deserve a chance, right? There we go. We have potted up 36 nice little volunteer tomato plants. They could be anything. And we're going to keep you updated toward the middle of the season when they start fruiting, and we'll let you know what those volunteers turned out to be. But right now we're going to get some fertilizer on them. Started using Espoma's organic tomato and vegetable food. It's a liquid fertilizer, and it is just a 1-3-1 guaranteed analysis, and we can use these on young seedlings and won't have to worry about burning them or anything, but they're definitely going to need a little shot of fertilizer and get them watered in real good. Let's do that. And the directions on this say to use a half a cap per quart, and this is about a quart watering can. So you'd use it half strength on some fertilizers, but this is a really gentle fertilizer, so we're going to go ahead and put a half of a cap in there. It's hard to find a good liquid fertilizer for consumers in a big box store, so I'm glad to see this particular product on the market because it is organic. We like to grow organically here and don't want to put anything on them that we wouldn't eat ourselves. So we're going to water these in real good. All right, very nice. All right, we're gonna find a nice spot out here amongst the rest of our young plants for these mystery tomatoes. And oh yeah, we forgot to stick a tag on them. How about we call them Matt's Mystery Tomatoes. Stay tuned, y'all. We'll see what happens. Because I honestly do not know what these tomatoes are going to be. Hey, thank you so much for watching, and we hope that you'll give this video a thumbs up. We can really use the likes, and also subscribe to our channel if you like this kind of video, and stay tuned for more. Thanks. Hope everything grows well for you.